not as busy as Nina.
Yeah, that's true.
Who's hit the gym this morning because she's investigating about the price of gym membership as we try to cut costs with the cost of living crisis.
Nina is incredibly brave. She's not just on a bike at a gym in Cheshire, she's on an air bike, which is another level of difficult.
3 hours she's been doing that.
Oh, was it? Is she incredibly brave or is she incredibly out of shape? That's how I'm feeling this morning, being put through my paces by Bev and Barbara, who have been here since 5:45 when we arrived this morning. Be honest, Bev, are you still here for fitness or to get back on the telly?
Well, a bit of both, really, but I do like my moments. Never look back with the fitness. It's all about the fitness now. 7 o'clock, you're half asleep, but now can't get enough of this bike.
The energy on that, Bev. And Barbara, you said other things would have to go before you'd quit your gym membership.
Absolutely. This is for your mind, your body, everything. It's absolutely fabulous. It just keeps you going. It's, you know, for the old grey cells, get the old grey cells working when you come here.
Good for body,
Brilliant.
good for mind.
Good for body and for mind.
Not cheap when prices are high in every other area at the moment, but Grace is a personal trainer and you've found a way to make personal training more affordable.
Absolutely. So after the cost of living crisis, or in it, I basically put people in small groups of 2 to 3, which meant that their costs would be brought down, but also it meant that they'd still get the same value. And so far it's worked really well.
Would you train me, Bev and Barbara?
I think I'd have my work cut out, but I'd give it a go. I'm free at half now, and I'll give it a go.
Perfect. Book us in. Thank you, Grace. So people who are members of gyms, she's off, she will not stop, have noticed over the past couple of years, half of them have noticed that the price of their membership has gone up. You will know if you're a member of a gym, it's not cheap. Average is between 25 and 50 quid a month, excuse me, depending on the type of gym that you're a member of. But there is a growth in the industry. This is what's interesting, around 4% more compared to 2 years ago, and the value of the industry as a whole is really booming. It's gone up by around 11%. Let's speak to David. This won't come as a surprise for you, but you've had to manage the overheads at your pools, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. I work for a business that manages 3 leisure pools in Lincolnshire, and the cost of energy has gone up £880,000 since April 22, so it's a really tough environment for these organisations to operate in at the moment. But the benefits that we give back are so huge. You've met the customers today. That whole piece around well-being, around mental health, around their physical health, is such a huge value. And of course, the prices. You know, there are clubs out there you can get for £4 a week if you want to. You don't need to train in a gym. You can get physical activity anywhere. Go for a walk, go for a ride.
Don't you think it's quite interesting that during lockdown I was one of those people who'd never been fitter and I couldn't spend money at the gym and so learned how to get fit at home? And despite that, the inverse has happened as we've come out of lockdown. People have decided to spend and spend more. Yeah. What do you think is the psychology around that?
I think there's a lot to do with, there's a group of people who went through COVID who lost their confidence socially. Yeah. And I think one of the things that these places do is give you that ability to mix with different people, find new friends, and find things that are in common. So I think there's a piece around people's mental well-being and health within there. And I also think there's a whole change in the workplace. You know, lots of people used to have a gym membership because it was on the way to work or it was away from work. That's quite different now with hybrid working.
It's been really lovely seeing the social aspect this morning. For me, who's been out of the game for a little while, just had a baby, what would you recommend as a sort of entry gentle way back into it?
There's all kinds of things. The options are huge, you know, from yoga, Pilates to doing some classes. We have some fantastic group exercise instructors out there. And these people operate in the community as well. So you can find them in your local hall, your local village hall, PTs in the park, that type of stuff. But most importantly, find something that you enjoy and do it with a friend. Yeah. Because if you do it with a buddy, you're much more likely to commit to doing it. You're much more likely to make sure your routine is achieved.
And little and often is preferable,
absolutely.
Isn't it? Because then you're not putting that pressure on yourself. Thank you so much, David. Now, Grace promised us a bit of a PT session. There might be people watching at home, and John and Sally on the sofa, and Carol's in the studio today. If there's something to get us started, literally get off the sofa now and do something. Show us a move.
First of all, I'd say get on a walk if you can.
Yeah.
But secondly, you could do something like a reverse lunge. So hold my hands, ladies.
Okay.
So what you're
John and Sally, we want you involved. Yeah.
You're going to drive up through that heel, big push through, and you're going to do 10 on each leg. Keep going, ladies. That's it.
2.
Come on, everyone.
Back to you, John and Sally. I hope you're joining in again without kicking the red sofa
we're doing
over.
it. We're doing it. Yeah,
5,
really
that's
working
it.
hard here. Yeah.
6.
Oh yes, 2.
I'm not sure I believe them.
Yeah,
Do we believe
3.
them?
Yeah, really hard.
Not sure a reverse lunge works with our sofa, that's the problem.
She can't see us. She can't see us. She'll never know.
Can't take a step
And the other
back.
one.
Well done, Nina. Lovely
Ooh,
stuff.
Feel the stretch at the bottom.